Good evening. My name is Dave Howard, and I'm part of the business development team at City College. With me today is Yasmin Cunningham, who is in charge of apprenticeship recruitment at the college. Please do use our live chat facility or email the address at the end of this presentation, and we will gladly answer your questions and help you on your apprenticeship journey. So, what is an apprenticeship? Well, it's a real job where you are employed by a company with a proper contract of employment, but also attend City College on a block release or day release basis to develop your knowledge and skills. All the companies we deal with are vetted to ensure they fully meet the apprenticeship requirements and offer good future prospects. It's an excellent way of increasing your qualifications as well as earning a wage at the same time. Normally, apprenticeships are between 1 and 4 years. So, for example, if you wanted to work in an office, a business admin apprenticeship would typically last 18 months. Whereas if you decided to go into engineering or marine, you would be looking at nearer the 4 years to complete. There are many different job roles, and at City College, we cover a wide range of vocations, from construction and motor vehicle to hairdressing and business admin, for example, plus many, many more. Apprenticeships are open to many different abilities, so why not contact City College for a more detailed insight so we can place you on an apprenticeship that you enjoy and want to complete.
So why an apprenticeship? So the first reason is you can earn a salary. So salaries start upwards of £4.15 per hour. This is due to change in April with the national minimum wage, so please keep your eye on this. But as of today, it's £4.15 per hour. Your salary is decided between you and your employer prior to starting at City College. And this is normally down to what experience you already have, the employer that you have, and the qualification that you're doing. You also get top quality training. It's a great way to progress your career. So employers do like apprenticeships as a way of training and recognise it for a CV and for further progression. You also complete further qualifications as well as your apprenticeship. So for example, if you choose something like a trade, you need on-site qualifications and health and safety. So you do get other things from it as well. You can achieve valuable qualifications. So all qualifications delivered for apprenticeships are nationally recognised and they are yours to keep. So if you do decide to leave your employer, or if for any reason you do lose your employer, you will be able to take those qualifications with you elsewhere, which is great. And learn job-specific skills. So you are on the job 80% of the time, meaning you learn lots of new skills that you wouldn't normally learn at college. All apprentices are given a workplace mentor. And this is someone who gives you a training plan and who can help you day to day. So the different types of apprenticeships that we offer. So City College offer a level 2 and a level 3 apprenticeship. A level 2 is an entry-level apprenticeship. So usually a lot of school leavers will start here or someone starting out in their career. They then can progress on to a level 3 apprenticeship, which is the highest apprenticeship that we offer. And a level 4 apprenticeship isn't something that City College offer, but it is a degree level apprenticeship, which means it's a great way for getting an employer to pay for you to get a degree in the subject that you want to do. So it is definitely a really good progression path. It just isn't something we can do for you, but we can point you in the right direction. So entry requirements for the courses that we offer. So for any of our level 2 apprenticeships, you need a GCSE 2/E or above. And anyone who does have that, but is below a 4/C will still need to study maths and English alongside the course. And a level 3 apprenticeship, you need GCSE, maths and English, a grade 4 or C or above. For any older learners, we can also accept a level 2 in functional skills and a level 2 in key skills as well. And usually for a level 3, people do expect you to have a bit of experience in the subject area, and it will benefit you if you already do.
So why choose City College? Well, first and foremost, we have a team whose job it is to find companies who want to employ apprentices, and very few other colleges offer this facility to their students. So it is not just you looking for a position. City College are behind you 100%, looking for jobs for you as well. Once you are an apprentice, we have a dedicated team called the Hub to assist you, and you will be assigned a coordinator to help you all along your apprenticeship journey with us. All our tutors have been employed in their chosen vocations before they joined City College, so they know exactly what companies are looking for and can give you the benefits of their skills, knowledge and experience. City College has state-of-the-art facilities, and over £48 million has been spent developing them to ensure you have the best available to help you in your chosen career. Also, we can assist you with your CV and interview preparation with a department who offer expert advice. First of all, register with City College so that the apprenticeship team are aware of you and can contact you if they find a suitable job. The main thing is to be prepared, so register early with us. Have a look for careers that interest you and that you want to do. Make sure your CV is up to date and you are prepared for an interview, and don't leave it till the last minute. Getting a part-time job at a company that is in the industry or sector you are looking to be employed in is a good foot in the door, as a lot of companies will look at this as a long interview and they can assess whether you are punctual, reliable and suitable for the role. Occasionally, we run workshops at the college that are packed with hints and tips on how to find an employer. So it's another reason to register with us as soon as possible so that you can attend these. Finally, always keep an eye on the City College website, as this is where we place our apprenticeship vacancies.
Okay, so we do have a section on here specifically for school leavers. So the reason we want to do a section, especially for school leavers, is when you're 16 to 18, you do need to be in education. So we just want to make sure that you do have a backup plan as well. So to be an apprentice, you do need an employer already. Although we can try and help you with this, you do need an employer to become an apprentice. So always secure a backup plan. So we would rather you applied for a full-time course and an apprenticeship. So you've got your place on your full-time course, and we can help you in the background look for an apprenticeship and swap you in September, than if you were to not apply for a full-time course and your apprenticeship for any reason may have fallen through, and then in September you are left with no full-time course and potentially no apprenticeship. So we really do want to avoid these situations, as you might end up doing something that you're not as interested in really. So always apply for a full-time course. Employers do prefer candidates with relevant skills, knowledge and work experience. So keep that in mind. Sometimes they do prefer you to have 1 or 2 years already at college, so they know that you are interested in that subject area to then be able to progress on to do an apprenticeship. We also work really closely with all of our students to best prepare them for work. And we also have apprenticeship ready students who can be put forward for any role. So doing the recruitment, I do have an apprenticeship pipeline. So these are lots of students who are wanting to be an apprentice but haven't found an employer yet. So we make sure we will be able to get them on the course. So if an employer does come up in their chosen area, we can put them straight forward for it by sending a CV and cover letter. That's just making sure we can actually get you on the course before we put you forward for an employer. So anyone on here interested, I would really recommend you get in contact with me and we can get you on that list. So what's next? So a lot of people ask me where the best places are to find employers. So the best place is, of course, on our website. So we advertise all year round. A lot of our courses do start in September. So times like now, it is a little bit quieter on our vacancy page, but usually during spring and summer, there are loads of vacancies on there. The National Apprenticeship website. So this is something the government have set up, and it's an amazing website where you can find apprenticeships. The only thing to be wary of is they have to pick a training provider before they advertise, meaning any apprenticeships you find on there, always double check who the provider is and if you can get there beforehand. We've had a lot of people before that have applied for apprenticeships and wanted to come through us, but it could be that the apprenticeship was already through a different provider and they couldn't swap, and they'd have to make their way there each day or once a week. So make sure you just check who that training provider is and you can get there okay. Recruitment sites, so Indeed, Reed and Total Jobs, all of these sites do offer apprenticeships as well, so worth looking on. Websites of the companies, so a lot of companies we work with now have started to use career pages. For example, Oyster Yachts, they've just got a brand new careers page where they start advertising vacancies, and you could also register your interest. So anyone interested in that kind of area can already register their interest in January for a September apprenticeship, so well worth doing that. This one is specifically for trades. So for trades, Going on things like Trustpilot, MyBuilder and Check a Trade, what you can do is you can type in the subject area you're interested in and your postcode, and it will bring up all of the trades in your area near your house, really. And it also provides them a telephone number and an email, so you can start getting in contact from there. We've got a lot of people who have actually found apprenticeships that way, so it is a really strong way if you're looking for a trade. And also, I know it might not be as relevant now, I know we're in a lockdown, but walk around the areas that you live in, especially places like hairdressers, they do love a walk-in. So definitely try and walk around, hand your CV in, get your name out there, and hopefully we can find you somewhere for September. So next we're going to show a video. So this is an apprentice currently at City College. She's lovely, she's doing business admin level 3, and she kindly had a chat with me last week. So I'm going to just show this quick video of what she was saying.
My name's Yasmin and I'm the Apprenticeship Recruitment Coordinator at City College, Southampton. And today we're joined by one of our apprentices, Rebecca Cooper. Hi Rebecca.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you for joining us. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the apprenticeship that you're currently studying. So what is it that you currently study and where do you work?
So I'm currently studying the Level 3 Business Administration Apprenticeship at City College, and I work at Solent University as a student advisor, which is part of student services and student support. And it links quite nicely with the role at work because it's a very varied role. So I've been able to gain a lot of skills on the course that I can then transfer to the workplace.
Amazing. And why did you initially think an apprenticeship was the right route for you?
So working at a university, I looked at some higher level courses like master's level, which we offer at the university, and it seems to be a common route for staff members to go down in order to develop their skills and knowledge. But there wasn't an area of interest to me, and City College offered the business admin course, which was something that I was really interested in and wanted to gain sort of further knowledge and skills on. So that was something that really interested me.
And what kind of things does your apprenticeship involve?
It involves obviously college attendance, which is once a week, where we meet with the teacher and interact with the class on lots of different areas of business, and we work through different modules at a time. And then we have an assessor that sort of guides us through the whole course and comes into our workplace sort of once a month to see kind of what we're doing and how we're undertaking our role and applying the different skills, that we're learning in college to the workplace. And then it involves, obviously, more recently, some virtual learning. So classes have been online, which again has still worked really, really well because it's enabled us to talk about the topics that we're discussing and interact with our peers. And obviously throughout the whole course, there's lots of different assignments that need to be written and exams that need to be undertaken. So it's important to sort of prepare for that in advance, but also the assessor is there to guide you through that.
Amazing. And what have you currently learned on your apprenticeship? I know you're quite close to finishing. So what have you learned so far?
So I've learned lots of different areas of how business is impacted. And one of the modules that we studied was looking at external factors that impact business. And particularly in line with the current pandemic, this has been something that I was able to write about in one of my assignments, and how COVID has impacted the university sort of financially and other areas, including kind of politically and socially. And this has been something that obviously was gave me a bit of an insight as to how this has actually impacted not just my own organisation but other businesses. So it was a really important assignment to be able to write, particularly with currently experiencing this. And then through the apprenticeship course I've done a couple of projects. So this again has allowed me to kind of gain further skills and knowledge in that area. One of my projects, which led to my big sort of overall qualification for the apprenticeship, was the management and recruitment of student ambassadors, which is for our enrolment week at the start of September, in order to welcome the intake of new students. So this again was a big project that I was involved in, and something that would normally have been planned sort of back in the summer months. And because of the impact of COVID, it was obviously very different to what it would normally be. But obviously the planning and the organisation required to recruit a suitable cohort of ambassadors was really important. So it allowed me to gain some leadership skills and supervision skills and, liaising with obviously relevant stakeholders. So it was a really good opportunity in terms of being able to learn different skills that I could then apply later in the workplace.
Amazing, and I guess it shows that you can still adapt as well, obviously virtually and not virtually, which is just, again, a really good skill to have. So what would you say is a good thing about being an apprentice?
So I think one of the good things is definitely gaining additional skills and experience. From my perspective, it allowed me to gain skills and knowledge in areas that perhaps I don't have the opportunity within my role. So it allows you to really sort of consolidate those skills and maybe gain expertise in slightly different areas, and then be able to apply them within my role, which I've done over the duration of the apprenticeship course.
Amazing. And what advice would you give to any students that are looking to become an apprentice in September?
So I think one of the main bits of advice that I would give is to choose a subject area that you're interested in, because I think that's really important in terms of motivation to study and wanting to succeed. It really helps if it's an area that you're interested in, because you want to learn more about that subject area. And I think it's important to be really organised. So try and structure your study time, particularly with studying alongside work and meeting kind of assignment deadlines and exam preparation, and being proactive as well in making sure that you allocate sufficient study time and leave enough time to kind of go through assignments before you submit the final draft, and obviously being able to seek help and support from your assessor when you need it.
Amazing, that is some great advice for new students. So what would you say your next steps are for after your apprenticeship? Have you got any plans?
So obviously I was already in my role for a couple of years before I chose to do this apprenticeship course. So for me, it would definitely be an area where I can consolidate the skills and knowledge within my own role and improve that even more with the skills that I've learned from the course, but also hopefully to maybe look at a higher level role, either within my own organisation or elsewhere in the future, with this additional skills and qualification and the experience that I've gained from the course.
That is great. And the last question is, would you recommend City College to other apprentices who are looking to study?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend City College. I think from the moment of the application to obviously enrolling on the course, the college were really efficient in their communication and really organised. I was invited to an enrolment event where I was able to meet other apprenticeship staff and other peers on the course, as well as learning about the facilities that the college offered. And again, this was a really organised and welcomed event, so it really kind of helped you feel at ease at the start of your course. And my assessor, Sue, in particular, I couldn't have got through the course without her, so she is an asset to the college and the apprenticeship team.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you had such a nice experience, and thank you for coming to share that with us today.
Okay, so that was that video done. I'm really sorry about the beginning. I accidentally moved my mouse, so I'm sorry I paused it for a second. So next we're going to go on to any questions anyone might have. So I'm just going to open the chat facility now. I have noticed there's a few kind of specific questions or aimed at a certain person, so we will get back to you with answers to those. But any general questions we can answer now. Bear with me while I just get the chat up. Okay, so one question someone sent in is, would someone be able to help me with my CV? So yes, of course, if you're already a current student, we have an amazing futures team that can help you with that. But of course, if you're looking for an apprenticeship and you're new to City College, we've got a team here that are happy to help you, and I'm happy to help you as well. If you just get in contact with me, we can help you with that CV. The next one is, what is the difference between block release and day release? I'll let you answer that one, Dave.
Thanks very much, Yasmin. The main difference between block release and day release, block release you tend to find in the construction industry, and you will do 1 week at college, and you will get paid by the employer for being that week in college. And it's generally every 4th week you would spend 1 week at college throughout the term of your apprenticeship. Day release is 1 day a week at college. Again, the employer has to pay you for that day at college, and that would continue all the way through the apprenticeship.
Amazing. And another one that we've had come in is, okay, so if I find my own employer, who do I contact? So at the bottom, we have our apprenticeships email. So it's apprenticeships@southampton-city.ac.uk. So if anyone has any other questions or has any employers, of course, just send it to this email and we can get in contact with you. But that's brilliant if you've already found an employer for September. So that's great. A few more coming in, just bear with me while I read them. Okay, a lot of these are quite personal, so I'm just trying to find if there's any general ones on here. Of course, I will get back to anyone who we aren't able to get back to now. So someone has said, what if a student is already on the course and wants an apprenticeship for this academic year? So we do still have some apprenticeships that are being run for this academic year. Unfortunately, I know you've mentioned in this question forensics and criminology, so that isn't something that we can offer as an apprenticeship. That's not to say there won't be other places that can offer them, and I will send you an email in regards to that. But the apprenticeships we still got for this year is business admin and potentially bricklaying, but that is still to be confirmed. But definitely business admin, we can get you started before September, and most of the other courses we offer will be for a September 2021 start date. One here, is there an age range on getting an apprenticeship? So no, there isn't an age range at all. It's really good, of course, for all ages. So if you are a school leaver and looking to come out of school and you're not looking at going to college full time, it's a really good option. But it's also really good to upskill and retrain as well. And I know at the moment there is a lot of people wanting to change their skills or to upskill. So no, there definitely is an age range on apprenticeships. And I will get in contact with you about what it is that you want to study and if we can help you with that at all. Okay, I think that was most of the questions that weren't quite personal. If anyone wants to send in the last couple of questions, we're more than happy to stay and answer them. Of course, I can only answer them if they're quite general, but we will get back to you. Okay, so if anyone who has sent in a specific question, if you're happy to just message me now with your email address, I can get back to you, just in case anyone has changed their Zoom name and we can't get in contact. So just send me your email address now and I will contact you tomorrow. And I think that was kind of all the questions we had that were quite general. I'll leave it another 30 seconds just to see if there's anyone else that has any. And any that were unanswered, we will send out an email tomorrow, either answering that question or telling you where you can find that answer. Okay, so someone has said about if they were going into a trade, what do they do about being on site and CS cards? So Dave, are you able to answer this? If not, I can give it a go. I just didn't know if you knew a little bit more than me for trade.
The CSCS cards, we don't actually do them at the college, and that the employer will help you gain your apprenticeship CSCS card. There are obviously different levels of the CSCS card, but in the initial stages there's a book to read through and some tests that you will take in Southampton that the employer will assist you with. Obviously, when you're working on the construction sites, you do need these CSCS cards before you can actually enter onto the site.
Amazing, thank you. Okay, and another one that's come in. So currently, they are a structural engineer and they are looking to do an apprenticeship. Can you still be accepted? So it all depends on how qualified you are already. Of course, we're happy to give people apprenticeships as long as they haven't already exceeded a level 2 or a level 3 in that qualification. So anyone with degrees who is looking at doing an apprenticeship would need to look for a higher apprenticeship. They wouldn't be able to do a level 2 or level 3. But if you do not have a formal qualification in that area and you're looking to become qualified, we would be able to help you. So again, if you could just send your email in and we'll get back to you on that one. I think that was quite all of the general emails for now. But of course, if you just want to email apprenticeships@southampton-city.ac.uk, we will be able to answer those questions tomorrow. Okay, I think that was all the messages for now. So thank you, everyone, and enjoy your evening.